Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Not even welcome, welcome. I'm welcome me for coming back. Welcome me. Oh, I look a mess. I look a mess. I never used to not care that I shaved. I shaved though. I used to not. I used to care every single day. I cared. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hold on a second. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Can you see me? I think you can see me. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Welcome. What do you call this show? Let's find out what you call this show. Thank you very much, Claire. Joe is here. Maltese. Phil is here. Gnome Hunter is here. We've got people here. That's good. Thank you very much for coming. Alan Williams is here. Alan Williams, good to see you again, Alan. We weren't here yesterday, so I'm happy to see you today. Gnome Hunter is here. I've been sick all day. I was throwing up all yesterday at nighttime, and I had diarrhea.
Were you?
No, 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 no. I didn't. I did. Thank you for listening. The producer just asked, was I? No, I wasn't throwing up. I was just said, would I tell you if I had, if I had, if I got sick because I made the butter and I ate the whey. I drank the whey and I left the whey out for more than 10 minutes or something like that as I was making the butter in my super hot flat. And it is hot. It is hot. It's 25. Do you know how many, you know how warm it is? It's 25 degrees here in the Lewis Schaffer flat. But I did not get sick. I just thought I would say that. Apologize for saying that. Anyway, so welcome to the show. This is the 160th live stream day. For a moment, I thought that the butter you drank literally got to you, but maybe it needs more time to kill me. Maybe it does. Maybe it does, Gnome Hunter, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm healthy. It's 43 degrees humidity, 43% humidity, which isn't. You need to have a higher humidity. Dry humidity is not good for you. I don't believe it is, but too high is not good either. No, I am doing all right. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I've I've been eating raw meat. I didn't have raw meat today yet, but I've been eating raw meat, butter, cheese, unpasteurized cheese. I will drink unpasteurized milk if I can get a chance to get it, but I got to go all the way down to Borough and get it. Okay, thank you, Claire, that I look gorgeous. So I am eating that food. This is what I believe. I believe in eating raw food. It's part of my whole belief system that everything we've been told by everybody is a lie. Is a lie. Are carrots fake vegetables? Well, what is a vegetable, Stuart H? What is a vegetable? First of all, most vegetables are fruits. They call them a vegetable. A tomato is a fruit. A cucumber is a fruit. They're seed pods, and some things that you think are fruits are not fruits. Maybe like cashews are not exactly fruits, possibly. I'm not sure. I saw a thing on cashews. They look really gross, but there's supposedly something is quite edible about the cashew. Keir Starmer is a vegetable. I don't think he's a vegetable. He's fighting for his life, as if he cares. I mean, what he's doing now, I don't even know what the guy is doing, what he's been told to do, but he's been told to keep people a little bit happy than they were. Cashews are technically a seed. Is the cashew a seed? The cashew is like outside of the cashew body. The cashew looks like an apple, kind of. Have you ever seen that, the cashew? So the question is, are carrots a fake vegetable? All vegetables are fake, because none of them are the size that they were. Most of them were incredibly toxic, and they're much less toxic now. You can eat a raw carrot, but you couldn't. You probably back in the day you weren't able to eat a raw carrot. I don't think. I mean, and why eat a raw carrot? They just make you fart, basically. And I used to eat raw carrots. I used to eat raw beets. I used to go down to Peckham. I used to get a bowl of beets for a pound, a big bowl of beets. I used to eat them raw. Sometimes I'd cook them. They killed my kidneys, possibly. Possibly, who knows what else killed my kidneys. But they killed my kidneys. I'm rude to vegetables. Yes, I don't like vegetables. I mean, I like them. What's great about a vegetable? You can put cheese on it, but you don't even have to put cheese on it. Alan asks, Lewis, if you could be interviewed by one mainstream interviewer on live TV, who would it be? And what would it look like on their face after about 10 seconds? Well, I got banned from GB News because I called that fat fuck fat. Which I wasn't allowed to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know I don't watch mainstream TV. Interviewed by any of those people, anybody on the BBC, all vegetables are fake. This is the content we eat. They are all fake. What is a vegetable? How can a leaf like spinach is a vegetable? But the fruit is also, you know what I mean? It's just all, we've been told a bill of goods because that's where the money is. The money's in refrigeration of plants, getting it to the shop. And then you pay top dollar. And half of all vegetables people throw out. We go, oh, this is healthy. This is healthy. It's filled with oxalates and lectins, all these different stuff. I don't eat it. I do not eat it. I'm 68 years old. Maybe I could look better. I mean, I don't look that great. Something happened to me. I don't care what Claire says. I don't look as great as I used to look. The tongue on you, Lewis. You're not allowed to call people naughty things. And you call him a fat fuck. I mean, he is. But you can't force us to be clean if you aren't. That's a good point. That's really a good point. I apologize to you, Gnome Hunter. I apologize. I was just concerned, like last night, people were they were a bit getting carried away. Who knows who's listening? I don't even know. Based on 160 of these shows, I would never have me on TV again. That's all I can say. Alex says, you eat walnuts daily. Well, nuts are delicious, but all nuts are basically cooked. Sunflower seeds are cooked. Peanuts are cooked. Walnuts are cooked. Cashews are cooked. They're all cooked because they've all got toxins in them, and they all have to have the toxins taken out. Now, let's say you're disagreeing with me, people. Let's say you think, Lewis, that's not true. I eat raw cashews. It's called raw cashews. Well, Google what a raw cashew is. They're cooked. They're cooked cashews. I don't know why. They're cooked. I'm sorry. But when I see you on here, I just think gorgeous. Thank you, Claire. I shouldn't read that out. I do appreciate that a lot. Come on, Lewis. Next, you will be telling us biscuits are bad for you. Yeah. I saw that video. Who sent me the video? Did Shank send me the video, or was it? Who sent me the video which showed, what's his name? Greg Wallace, saying that they eat that they eat high carb. All the different countries, lots of successful countries like Spain or Germany, France. And so you should eat carbs. But that's not true either. They don't eat as much carbs as you think they eat. Maybe they start out the day with what do you call that? A croissant. But they don't eat carbs the way we do. Huge, massive bowls. I remember I used to make pasta, and I used to cook half. This is Lewis Schaffer as a single person. You know how pasta comes in those bags. I used to have half of a bag, and I think that's 250 grams of pasta. You go heading off, producer.
Yeah, I'm good. Would you like anything?
What would you like to get me? Don't get me what you got me the last time. It was too expensive. I don't know how much did that cost? About £4? £3. Don't get that. I do
It's a
appreciate.
token of my love.
It's a token of your understanding that your father is bankrupt here. Again. Biscuits are bad. They are bad. There's so many calories, and they're made with really cheesy grains and toxic seed oils. We don't need to discuss this. Get Lewis a meal deal producer. I could maybe make a meal deal. If I eat pasta, I eat 4 ounces of it, says Claire. Yeah. Is that 4 ounces cooked or is it 4 ounces raw? How much is it raw? It's a lot raw. Okay, so we don't need to discuss this any more than we do. Okay. We don't need to discuss food because I think you're a bit bored of me discussing food. I'm not bored of it. I could go on and on and on about food. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. If Lammy can get on TV, so can just about anyone. You mean like David Lammy? I mean, he's not a bad looking guy, and he's black, so that's an unusual thing. I mean, I'm from America. How, you know what I mean? And I don't agree with these people. I should be here saying that Britain is amazing and America's horrible. I should be like that horrible Ellen DeGeneres. Is she horrible? I'm not sure myself. She is horrible.
What would you like?
I don't know if we need anything. You know what you can get? I mean, it can be expensive, and he's going to the co-op. David Lammy is a stereotypical angry black man. I don't know how angry he is, but he is. Yes, he's.
That's an incredibly racist thing to say.
Why?
Stereotypical
Angry?
angry black man is
that racist?
Yes, that is racist.
Well, I've been told by the producer that that's racist, so I'd like to apologize for that comment. I don't know. You can't say stereotypical angry.
Yeah, you have to cover your bases.
I don't know what that means, really. Okay.
Would you like an ice cream?
I tell you what, no, don't get me an ice cream. We need Parmesan cheese. Okay, the good stuff. And I'll reimburse you because it's expensive. Ellen is awful. Yeah, she is awful, says Claire. The producer is becoming woke. No, he just grew up. He went to Bristol University or University of Bristol, whatever school that is. It's one of the most woke schools. But all schools now. And I actually had a chat today with my son, number 2, talking about going to uni. I'm against it. He's not a stereotypical guy. Well, he's not. I mean, I don't know if he's excitable. Does he seem like he's excitable? He doesn't seem that excitable. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the problem with this country is it's trying to be like America, very multicultural, very diverse. And I don't think the country should be diverse. Diversity is not a good thing. And you shouldn't say, let's just try to make it diverse, Maltese Phil. Okay? So thank you, Phil, for your, I don't know. He's Caribbean, and he wants reparations. Yeah. Well, take away his house, says. Probably he's got 2 houses. Probably not. Take away his money. I'm a victim. I mean, we were all slaves at one time. You know how many British slaves were taken by the Barbary pilots? Did the producer watch Lammy during Prime Minister questions? He was so angry and aggressive. Well, the problem is we live in England and everybody's called angry and aggressive. And you need to be more angry and aggressive with what's happening. Diversity, says Claire, is the death of Britain. That's totally, totally true. We need the people of this country needs to be. We need to be angry and aggressive. Just looking at the Aldi brochure, Stalin is $5.99. Oh my God, I love Stalin. I love that. And the world's best champagne, $15. Is that cheap? Would you say that's cheap, blood? I love Stalin, but I can't eat it. I remember when I was on my diet, maybe one of the earliest years I was on my diet, and we were traveling. I don't remember where we were, within Wales or Cornwall or something. We went, or I don't know where we went. I went into a little, and had Stalin, and that it's just too good. Stalin. It's too good. It's too many calories. It's buttery. It's the best food in the world is butter with sugar. Butter with sugar. That is, and $15 is cheap bucks, as in, it's not $15. A buck is a dollar. What would you call a pound a buck? I don't know. Would you call it a pound a buck? That's cheap for champagne. Not that I don't advocate anybody drinking. I think let's stay away from drinking. Daryl M. loves Stalin. Who does not love Stalin? There's something that is just so melty and so carby and so fatty and so butter. It's so good. Maltese Phil thinks that champagne is overrated. Well, actually, the bubbles makes the alcoholic work faster. I think the carbonation. Treat yourself to some Stalin, Lewis. We're a long time dead. Well, we might be a long time dead, but we'll get dead sooner, Stuart H. So the answer is no. No. I mean, I today I had an orange and I had half of a lamb samosa. I had half because I gave the other son half of a lamb samosa. And I had 15 grams of, I think it was sourdough bread that my son number two brought home. And I put about 10 grams of butter on it. So let me write that down so I don't forget. Are you all writing down what you're eating too? Are you writing down what you're eating? Because we want to live. Raise your hand if you want to live. I want to live. Do I want to be able to raise my hand like this? I couldn't raise my hand. I had frozen. It was like I was in pain. I couldn't move this finger. How many times do you have to hear this? You think it's like nothing. We love Stalin. Well, he doesn't like Jews, so perhaps you should reconsider it. Okay, good joke, Gnome Hunter. Katie Gwynn is here. Hello, Kate. Katie Gwynn is here. Hello, Kate Gwynn. I don't drink unless I'm on holiday. Unless I'm on holiday. Then I will drink 2 glasses of wine maximum. But are they big glasses of wine or are they small glasses of wine? I mean, I only order small glasses of wine. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. If I go out with a girl and she wants a glass of wine, I'll order her a medium. And if I have to pay for it, I try not to take girls out because they're expensive. Girls are like so expensive. $15 is dirt cheap if it is really the world's best, according to the World Champagnes Award. I'm reading the brochure. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap, and champagne takes a bit of work to make, doesn't it? You got to sit there and like turn the bottles and move the bottles upside down, whatever you got to do with it. Every time we bought Stalin, says Vatanai, my mother-in-law would say, "Is that Stalin?" And you would reply, "No, I paid for it." Vatanai, that's a good joke. I would say that that's a very good joke. It's not a great joke, but it's a good, because Stalin. How do you say it? I say it's Stalin. I think it's Stalin. Small glass of wine. Yeah, 2 small glasses of wine. That's 200. That's like that's the size of one large glass of wine. I don't stop drinking unless I'm on holiday. Then I will have a cough. Excuse me. Pardon me. Pardon me. This is Lud speaking. Lud never stops drinking, he says, unless I'm on holiday, and then I will have coffee and orange juice in the morning. Well, do you want to know something? That your orange juice is probably more dangerous than anything, really. Wouldn't you agree? Orange juice is like it's high. It's really bad. Stalin was a Jew. His parents were Jewish. The Bolsheviks were responsible for the whole of the genocide of millions of Christians, Stewart says. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, that's what they always want to say. They always say the Jews killed the Jews killed other people, the Jews killing everybody. It's a bunch of fucking lies. Possibly, Possibly. Not that Jews are perfect, but, anyway. He was a Georgian Stewart, not a Jew. He caused the second great expulsion of Jews from the USSR because the entire Bolshevik cabinet was Jewish. I don't know if the entire one was Jewish, but, a lot of Jews were communists, and a lot of Jews were anti-communists. I say orange juice, but it's really Jameson's orange. What is Jameson's Irish? Is that like orange whiskey, Lud? There's lots of... It's best not to be anti-Semitic. I'm going to tell you why. Because the Jews will write the history. And the Jews will win. We will win. There's only 15 million of us. Jews and Christians don't tend to go around murdering people, or do they? Well, directly, no, Jews do not murder people. You could say that this Gaza bullshit is that, but I don't believe that it is. Judels is here, been making dinner, food and Jews for the night. No, we're not going to talk about the Jews anymore. Hi, Lewis. Hello, everyone. This is Andrea's here. How's your day been today? It's been good because you have come in, Andrea, and Judels has showed her face, and Lud is here, and we're talking about Jews killing people, so maybe that's not that good. Kamenev, Zinolev, Bukharin, possibly Lenin himself, and including his nemesis Trotsky, were Jews. The majority of the Bolsheviks, old guard. Stalin was the outlier. Yeah, well, that's what the Jews are. I mean, this is what's great to be a Jew. If you're going to be a Jew, if you're going to be persecuted, you might as well try to achieve as much as you can. Jews are achiever. That's why they're at the top of the ranks. Top of the ranks. I am against Bolshevism. I'm against communism. I'm against the BBC. But I'm in favor of Judels. And I love Andrea. And I love you, Dane. Okay, so that's what I'm saying there. So what else did I have today? I had an orange. Let's write down I had an orange. A navel orange. Right? What else did I have? But I don't remember. Is Putin a Bolshevik? There's been talk about him being Jewish. That he's been good to the Jews. Vatnai says, is Putin a Bolshevik? I don't think he is. But remember, those people lived under the communist regime for quite a very long time, and a lot of it got into their head. It's like what's happened in this country, how we've been under the BBC for so long that people are beginning to believe all the BBC chazarai. Anyway, Vatnai says, it is remarkable how Stalin managed to terrify so many people for so long. Even as he lay dying, his aides were frightened to do anything. Yeah, well, it's like look at Trump. You said she said something. Marjorie Taylor Greene said something about him, and everybody goes, don't say anything about him. This is what happens when you're the top of the line guy. But who made it happen? The Democrats made it happen by fighting against Trump. They made it. You're afraid to go against Trump because the Democrats will take over again. That people were afraid of Stalin. I didn't see that movie. I wish I did. That's how the myth, or perhaps the misunderstanding of communism being a Zionist plot came out. The over-involvement of the Jews in Bolshevism and Marx's origins fueled the right-wing rhetoric at the time. No, it isn't that. It's that the Jews get blamed for everything. The leading members of the conservatives are Jews today. And the leading members of the communists are Jews today. It's just what the Jews are. They're leading members. Look at Lewis Schaffer. This is what it is. I'm not so sure about that gnome hunter. The BBC is the British BS company. Yeah, you'd have to say it's true. And they're gonna quote unquote fight Trump. They're gonna fight Trump. Well, I don't know if they actually said that word. It said it in the newspaper. Here, I'm reading it right here. Can you see that? BBC determined to fight. Who said that? Who who said that they're determined. I'm putting my glasses on. My eyes have gotten so bad since I started the stream. Did it say that? It says he's determined to fight. The corporation chairman also told staff that he had no basis for a defamation case. So here's the head of the BBC saying he's determined to fight. Why should we be fighting the U.S. president? We should say we're going to make him happy. Not by giving him money, but make him happy and change our organization. Or maybe just get rid of the organization totally. Andrea Blake. Totally true. It's bull. The movie Death of Stalin is so good at showing this with a good spin of British humor in it. I've meant to see that. I'm going to write that down. I'm writing down The Death of Stalin as a film. The Death of Stalin. The Death of Stalin. Who's seen that film? It's been recommended. I've seen that it's been recommended. If the Jews are leaders and the world is where it is today because of bad leadership, you just dig a hole for yourself. I do know about it, Lewis, and that's why I said it. You can say it. You can say it whatever you want to say it. You can say it. I'm not saying the Jews have led the world. I'm saying the Jews are on all sides of the world. There's probably some Jews working with the Muslims right now, possibly, believing what the Muslims are saying. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's like I went out to the park and there was a lady there with 6 dogs. 6 dogs. And I said, which dog is the main dog? And she pointed out the main dog. I mean, if that dog weren't there, there'd be another dog being the main dog, whatever that means. God bless President Trump, says Andrea Blake. She loves him. Yes, Andrea loves Trump. As I do too. That's what I'm trying to find out more about what happened with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I love when she attacked, what's her name? The BBC reporter outside. She attacked. It was fantastic. The thing is, Kate says, what does it matter what religion someone is? The way that who cares about someone else's sexuality. It's the person that you are. I'm not fussed on Islam. I'm not fussed. What does that mean, you're not fussed, Kate Quinn? What does that mean? Yeah, the newspaper's full of shit. I can't believe it. I think that's printed by the Daily Mail. The Metro is printed by the Daily Mail. What do you mean, Kate? You're not fussed. You're not fussed. I'm not a great cook, but filet steak, oof. That is amazing, yeah. It's good. But you want to know something? You want to eat something delicious? Get some beef brisket. Tastes as good as filet steak. You don't have to cook it. Andrea says, I love Marjorie too. Yeah. So Claire likes a fillet. Is it a fillet or a filet steak? How do you pronounce it here in this country? Not fussed. You don't really like. Not fussed. Okay. Not really like. Okay. Thank you, Vatnai. You're not bothered. I'm not bothered. Not bothered means you don't like it, or not bothered means it doesn't bother you, which means you don't care one way or the other. Keir Starmer went for a circumcision today. The doctor, this is what Len says, the doctor took one look at his todger and said, I cannot do the operation. There's no end to this prick. It's a joke. I laughed. It's melting in my mouth, Claire. Okay, well, can I tell you something, Joodles? Let's give Joodles a round of applause for having beef. How cooked is it? Is it red on the inside? People like Lud joke. There's no end to this prick. I don't know if he's a prick. I just think he's been told to do a job, and he's doing the job. We've been through this before. I would agree for the most part, but things that are actively opposed to, your country or beliefs should not be entertained, especially when they threaten you, says Gnome Hunter. I agree with that. And I think it's like what Ricky Gervais puts those posters up saying, if you don't like dogs, you can F off. That's Muslims do not like, generally speaking, not all Muslims, of course, but you're not supposed to have dogs as a Muslim. So is he saying that to Islamic people? You're not allowed to have dogs? I think, yeah, because they don't want to have dogs. They don't want us to have dogs either. It's mooing, Lewis. Very good. Red meat, red meat. Remember this one. Nixon had an arsehole transplant. Arsehole rejected him. Do you want to know something? Looking back on Nixon, and I was anti-Nixon, and I was totally in favor of the impeachment, even though I was quite young. I was 17 years old. I'm reviewing Nixon. And I don't know. You can't tell if Nixon was as bad as they say he was. Was he as bad, Vatnai, as they say he was? How do we know? We don't know. Look what they say about Trump, how bad he is. Or Farage, how bad he is. Or Tommy Robinson. Here's an editorial in this newspaper, like comes out of nowhere. Are you proud? Well, this is like a news article. Can you see that there? Are you proud of the plan that Tommy Robinson praises? They're anti-Tommy Robinson. This is a news article. That's what it is. That's the press. There's no such thing as journalism. Cakewin says this. I agree to an extent to Gnome Hunter. There's too many harm-inducing Muslims. Years ago, it was less the case. Yes. Yeah, well, then they're letting in people who are here. I mean, not that the people who came to the country loved the country. They didn't love Christianity. They just wanted to make some money. Whatever. Maybe whatever the reason is. But now they're letting in anyway. Andrea Blake says, it's the Islamists that are dangerous. What do you mean an Islamist? The fact is I think a huge number of people think that homosexuality should be illegal and people should be put in jail for being gay. Over 50%. Over 50%. So would those people call themselves Islamists? Lewis, were you a George W. Bush voter? No, I was not. I didn't vote in those days. I voted for Jimmy Carter. I voted for Ron Paul. I voted for I think I only voted for 3 people. I voted for Ron Paul, who's the libertarian guy, when I was a libertarian. I still think I am, basically. I voted for Giuliani, but not for president, for mayor of New York. That piece was written by Nick Lowe's of Hope Not Hate and sold to the Daily Fail. Is that true? Well, it probably doesn't have his name. Craig Monroe. It's the headline writer. This is the headline writer wrote this. Can you read that? This is the pre-paper on the bus. I took the bus for 3 stops up and down Barry Road. Are you going on Leo Kurtz's podcast tomorrow? I'm scheduled, Shanks. Yes, I'm scheduled to go on that at 9:00. So it'll be a whole night of Lewis Schaffer. He wants me to do some research into something. Nixon's crime was getting caught over Watergate. Otherwise, it was standard dodgy, and he was a standard dodgy insider. Yeah, and he also made friends with China and Russia. I mean, what else did the guy do? He also took us off the gold standard, caused incredible inflation, destabilized the money. Ron Smith is here. Another good video by Leo Kurtz today. I mean, you got to give the guy credit. He's a worker. He's a worker. I'm a worker. I'm here. I'm here. This is my work. This is my work. I mean, maybe I'm gonna start. I just think I'll just turn up. That's really wrong of me, though. That's really wrong of me. Keith Bexley is here. Kissinger, one child man of China. A one child man of China. Did he promote the one child policy? Well, you got to give him credit because he's basically he's killed China because they believed in it, the one child thing. And the population's shrinking like crazy, you know. And he's a Jew too. What side is he on? Was he a communist? Was he a fat? You know what I mean? It's like lots of different sides. Lots of different sides. That's one of the reasons why people hate the Jews, because we're all over the place. It's hard to say the Jews are left wing. Kissinger was a member of P2 Lodge and Operation Gladio, says Ron Smith. I actually looked at the video that Ron Smith said about Operation Gladio, and it looked quite scary because we were befriending Nazis at the time. Hey, Lewis, can we help you with your research? What's it about? What research? I asked a question today. I don't remember. What was the question that I asked recently? With Leo. I didn't know what you meant by that. Let's just see what Leo said. He wants to talk about that river of litter in the River Cherwell. Did you see that? That's really hard to believe. Also, Shabana Maoud. See, he's talking about this stuff. A tiff with Carla Denyer. I don't know anything about her. I'll have to read about her. Thomas Crooks used they them pronouns, had an obsession with violence and muscle mommies, says the New York Post. Thomas Crooks was the guy who shot at the president. Woman gets W'd. Oh, am I going to have to read this? I think it's going to be an hour show. If I'm a bit late with our show, I'll be there. Did anyone see that Neom, the line city in Saudi Arabia, was all some PR stunt for them to rewrite their founding history? Yes, I saw that too, Keith Bexley. I saw that video. To remove the bloke responsible for Wahhabism. I did see that, and I thought to myself, I need to see that again. Can you please explain that to people? Do I remember the Teflon Don? Yeah. And then they put him in jail eventually. They put him in jail. He was like a little bit too proud to be like a mafia guy, you know? I mean, the days of Italian mafia was dead in New York. Was actually dead. Ron Smith says, I've seen those pics. How did they let the rubbish get that big? How did they really? I mean, I could see it here. I could see how that could happen. I walk around every single day picking up rubbish. Do you know that? I'm a great guy. And I'm a Jew. I'm a great guy. New York man. I do remember the Teflon Don. What's his name? I don't know, but it seems like a genuine attempt to modernize, possibly. Or maybe it's a genuine attempt to kill off the religious people so that the prince, who's like the king, can continue to run the place. He's killed people, number one. Number two, do you remember when he took over? He locked everybody in the hotel and said, give me your money or you're not going to get out of here alive. Giuliani, we desperately needed Giuliani in London. Yes, we do. I think we do. Alex. Teflon Don thought he was untouchable. What's the guy's name? What is the guy's name again? Teflon Don. What's the guy's name? My memory is so shot. I want to apologize to you people. Teflon Don in New York. John Gotti, exactly. He died at the age of 62 years old. 62. Who inherited John? Um, Hold on. Let's check this out. Who inherited after his death? His wife, a significant amount of money, and maintained her privacy, distancing herself from the public spotlight. The wife got it. He was only 62 years old, and his wife got the money. His wife got the money. That's so good. Giuliani has a U with it, if we're going to spell Giuliani. Anyway, John Gotti. There you go. Andrea Blake said, Janet, had my lips and Botox top up today myself. What us women have to go through to say beautiful. No. No, what does Lewis say? You shouldn't use that, but I would love you anyway. But what is the most important thing to being beautiful, ladies? Send pictures to Lewis. That's right, Shanks. Send pictures to Lewis on Discord or on Twitter. On Twitter. You see the Twitter thing. Can we see the Twitter? On Twitter. Ron Smith, secret recordings, finished. Send pictures to me. Don't send any nude pictures. Just send me pictures of you being thin and beautiful. And this is the progress you're making. Before and after pictures, you could do that. I like that the best. I can't quite figure out the connection exactly. But yes, Saudi Arabia was founded by two people, one person, and Mr. Wahhabi. But they changed, this is Keith Bexley, but they changed the history so that it was founded 30 years earlier than when it was. This is what they say. This is why I said I had to listen to this again. I had to listen to this again. Oh, we're going for tonight. Oh my God, we're on tonight at 9 o'clock. I thought we were on tomorrow night. It says I'm on tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm going to have to write back. I'm ready. I'm ready. There you go. Do I have to say funny things? Do I have to come up with something funny to say? Be thin and you will be beautiful. You do not need to get injections. Don't need to get Botox. You don't. Maybe I should I get Botox? Because I've got this thing here. Can you see that thing right there? Can you see that deep canyon there? It was the first time, Janet, made me laugh so much when I saw myself in the mirror. Yeah, skinny rules, Claire. That's what Janet says. Yeah, it's funny looking. You don't need it. It's expensive. Is it expensive? Maybe it's not expensive. Maybe it's not expensive. I've got to watch Keith Bexley. I've got to watch the video again. I've got to watch it again. Saudi Arabia has been united for some time before the official declaration. They just don't make it official. It was the Emirate of Najd beforehand and still headed by the Saudi family, says Gnome Hunter. I mean, there wasn't that many people living there. They were desert tribes. I mean, honestly, they're trying to not be deserty, but yeah, natural is more beautiful. Naturally thin is more beautiful, Daryl. Yes, naturally thin. It cost 150 pounds. Being thin is free. Being thin actually saves money. It's all the food you don't have to eat, Janet. Janet, if you want to be, you will be. You have to be really strong. So I give a round of applause to all of the people here. To all of you people for wanting to be thin. Raise your hand if you want to be thin. Polyfiller, says Lud. Yeah, maybe I need polyfiller. I've got some inside. But can you see that? That's like, is it going to help me look better? I don't know if it will. Will any of you girls love me even more? I don't think you will. But one half the price sometimes on model days, Janet. So you gotta You got to say you're a model. Lewis, your creases and crevices are what make you. Yeah, women talk like that. I don't believe it, though. Do we men believe that? Mr. Steve is here. Mr. Cuff is here. Thumbs up to Daryl. Speaking of thumbs up, everybody take a break right now. Stop talking. Please take a break and do thumbs up. Subscribe if you have to. Go, I don't know if you can, go over to Twitter, to Lewis Schaffer maybe. We love you just the way you are. Said by a man who doesn't really love somebody just the way they are. You love somebody just the way you are. Your face is character, Lewis. And you're a beautiful man. Thank you very much. It's true. It's true. We love you just the way you are, says Kate Quinn. No, it's not true. Some of my comrades get through. Censorship is alive and well here. I mean, is it alive and well? So everybody go over, take a break right now. Go to the screen. We got 31 people watching. Okay, go to the screen. Go to the screen, everybody, and press thumbs up. It says there's only 2 people. I don't know if I don't feel like I've got the information correctly here. It says 21 people have liked it. We got 30 people watching. Let's get 30 people liking it. Why not? Unless these are just people who are like in the background. Oh, she's very pretty. The life and death of, hold on a second. I'm not going to watch that. Okay, let's get back on track. So the Wahhabi thing. The Wahhabi. So maybe by saying it's not founded by the Wahhabis, maybe by him doing that, he's getting out of having. Well, the Wahhabis are not like the Iranians who are like paying for Hezbollah and Gaza and all the other Muslim Brotherhood things. Trump just grilled ABC News during a press conference. Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing, Donald Trump. ABC. It's like a scam. It's the thing about America is America has at least 3 BBCs, but they're separated, but they all think alike. Trump always says, Kate Quinn, Trump always says to journalists, you're a bad journalist. He cracks me up. He should take it a step further. You're not a journalist. You work for the ABC. I can't believe we're even allowed. He lets them on the plane just so he can yell at them. That's what makes him so great. Just so we can yell at them. Hit the like button. Yeah, smash it. Smash the like button. Also, go to subscribe too if you haven't. Just make sure. My beauty routine, Lud says, is I wake up, push my elbows out sideways, and if I'm not banging wood, I know I'm good for another day. He's saying if he's not dead already, he's going to live another day. Actually, that's not the case.
Going out.
Where are you going? I cut up some of your bread. Should I cut up more of it and put it in the freezer? What?
Leave it however it's left.
No, it's going to rot in there.
It's fine.
I cut some of it off. Okay.
Yes, it's for you guys.
Okay, there you go. That's all you needed to say. That's son number 2. I ran into him in the park and we had a nice walk around. It was lovely. He's a lovely boy. Trump is great. Yes, says Claire. I start every day with a sit-up. I sit up from bed. There's another joke Led makes. Very good. Yeah, I don't exercise at all unless you consider my walking today exercise. Do you guys exercise? So let's talk about what I'm going to say on Leo's show. Here are some of the topics. The topic is that river of rubbish. It looks almost unbelievable that that's in England. I'm going to guess it could be AI. I mean, you don't trust anything. It could be AI. It doesn't look believable. How did the rubbish get in there? How did it get in there? Enormous amount of the entire budget to clean it up. I don't believe that. We're going to talk about that. I mean, you can't believe anything anymore in this world. Can you? Can you believe it? Caroline Cooper's here. I got into an argument in a steam room with a very religious Irish man and a Muslim. That's like the setup for a joke, Caroline Cooper. In a steam room. What is a steam room? Were you naked? Should the Muslim man have been in that room? How Muslim could he have been if you were in a steam room? What is a steam room? Render unto Caesar, says Ron Smith, the things that are Caesar, and unto God the things that are God. It's basically saying don't get killed. It's a kind of a Jewish belief. You know, we're in England, and we're not telling anybody what they should do, but it looks like the Muslims will be telling us what to do. I like croutons. They make a soup sometimes, says. Okay. Kate says, and Tucker from Reno is here. Good to see you, Tucker. They make a soup sometimes, croutons. Yeah, but they're carbs. You know, carbs. I don't know. I'm against it. Can you imagine the smell from that rubbish? And it's polluting the river. It does not seem real to me. I've never seen anything like that in this country, even anything half like that. And I've been on canal boats and stuff like that. So I disagree. The River Cherwell. Let me see what it is. Do you mind if I Google the River Cherwell? I heard them say it will cost $25 million to clear it. It could be a lie. So let's just say, where does the River Cherwell go? Let's look here for the River Cherwell. Where River Cherwell? Where is the River Cherwell? Yeah, look at it. There it is. Where is the River Cherwell? River Cherwell map. It goes into the Muslim city of Oxford. I don't know. Let's look here. I don't believe it. Mid Cherwell River. I mean, no one's more of an environmentalist than I am. I'm against pollution. I pick up rubbish. I'm against cutting down trees. So, I don't know where it is. I don't, something seems wrong to me. Something seems wrong. Can you imagine this? Okay. What time is the Leo and Lewis podcast? It's at 9:00 tonight. The rubbish was dumped illegally, yes, but how much rubbish and how many times was it dumped? And, you know, I mean, I cleaned up my back garden for my wife at the time, and she was unhappy with it. And I paid money to have it deposited. And I just felt that after the guy took the rubbish away, I thought to myself, this is going to be illegally dumped. It's going to be illegally dumped. That's what I felt. And so I'm filled with guilt that I let it happen. I didn't even know. Second that, third that. What are you saying? Bought a Jag from Oxford in 2015. Ron Smith. Lewis. I saw a woman being interviewed yesterday. She was standing in it and had climbed it. Ask Grok about this. Okay, let's ask Grok. How do we ask Grok? Do we have to go to Twitter? How do we ask that? So how do we do this? We go at grok is the pollution in the river. Hold on. You want to take a look at this while I'm typing it. In the river Cherwell real, or is it AI? Okay. No quotes yet. Okay, so it hasn't come back with an answer yet. Interesting. Are they going after Nigel Farage when he was a student at the Dulwich College? I mean, they're afraid of him. They're afraid of him. They are afraid of him. Okay, let's see. Let's see if the answer's here. Let's see what the answer to the question is. Where is... I posted it. Do you guys see the answer to the question? See new posts. I don't see the answer. Why don't I get an answer? Is something the matter? I'll look up here. I'll see what it says in Google. How about that? I'll see what it says in Google. Is AI, what is it called? AI. Is the rubbish in the river Cherwell real, or is it fake? How about that? How about that? Where is that? It's real. An illegal dump, fly tipping, that occurred in a field. Huge pile of waste, including shredded plastic, has been there for weeks. Rising river levels have recently caused some of the waste to float and threaten to enter the river. It's near Kidlington. As a mountain, 100 meters long, which is 300 feet or something, 400 feet, 20 meters wide, for real and illegal. Because you know what's happened is because they are blaming us. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Is it like a normal site? I've lost. Let's get back on track. The dumpster was due out by heavy machinery, and the rubbish was pre-shredded and packed on an industrial scale. Okay. It is real. It is real. Could it be it was put there temporarily while it was about to be shipped to some other country where it would be dumped in their rivers? Damn autocorrect. The dump site was dug by heavy machinery. So, is it a business thing? Was it a business that dumped the stuff? Interesting. Okay. So what are they saying? What is the answer to the question that we asked? Is it real? What was put there? Did somebody own that field and they put the stuff there and then it went into the river? Stop. Okay. Is that really what it is? Ask Grok about Cherwell. Well, I asked it about Cherwell. I'm going to see if they gave me an answer. Do you mind if let me check to see if they gave me an answer. I'm going to see if they gave me an answer. I'm talking, so if you're listening to this and you're not seeing what I'm doing, here's the question. Let's see, here's the question. I'm not Grok, but it's real, says Sean McGinty. I don't have an answer from Grok. I'm going to ask Grok again. At Grok. Is the River Cherwell dump real? Come on, answer. Please answer. Maybe they're not going to answer because I got mad at them because they had told me that was something that wasn't true. Three minutes ago. I'm not getting an answer here. Anybody have an answer? Okay, I'm going to do Google again. Should I do Google again? Everywhere there are loads. Okay, yes. I reckon the rubbish was dumped by a gang who brought a proper company and were paid to remove it. So organized crime, I would think. Well, it looks like it has to be organized. It's not just one guy dumping a bag load of rubbish on the side of a river. It looks like an organized situation. Check out local organized crime gangs in the area. Maybe don't mention them live. You want an AI to give you an answer on the news. Just read the article for F's sake, says Gnome Hunter. Well, send me the article. What is the article? GB News had a reporter there. Well, because it is news. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, that's what was great about Britain. It had you couldn't just build any way you wanted to. You couldn't just dump it. People respected the land. But when you have people coming into the country who don't respect it as much as the people who've already lived there, then this is the problem that you're going to get. Okay, I'll see if I can find. I'll read the article. I'll read the article. I've got it on my phone. Maybe you could send the article to me. Well, it says Greg Johnson says it is the river. Maybe. Did you bring any food? You didn't.
Parmesan cheese.
Didn't I ask for food? Didn't I say for you to bring me something? Is that real? I'm trying to find out if it's real. If it's real. Yeah, people, this is what happens when you let in 10% of the population and they're all living in one place and they're used to dumping stuff outside and they don't want to, that's what it is. Vape shops too, like cancer, they're everywhere. Yeah. I mean, this is an easy way. Who knows where the money is coming from? Look up literally any news agency and the river name and Google will give you a link. I mean, yes, I could do that, but I asked Grok. Why hasn't Grok given me an answer? Why haven't they given me an answer? They haven't given me an answer, Grok. I mean, I don't like. There's lots of bad news in Twitter. Is Twitter worth 44 million pounds? Is it worth that? I'm not sure it is. I don't think it's worth 44 million pounds. Okay, I mean, you could look at any news site. Okay, we'll look at a news site. What site will we look at? Can we trust anything? Alan Grok is better. It aggregates news sites. That doesn't mean it's great, but here we go. Let's go back up here. Riv, is the river Cherwell mess real? How about that? We'll ask that. The BBC says there's an environmental emergency. How did it get so bad? The dump is mounted. It's 150 meters long by 20 meters wide and 10 meters high. It's considered one of the largest fly tips ever seen in Britain. Have called for immediate action. The cost is going to be over £1 million. Is reported more than the local district's council entire annual budget. I don't believe that. The annual budget is only £1 million. Okay? Leading calls for the government intervention. How long is the River Cherwell? It's 40 miles long. It is pretty, slow-flowing, tree-lined river stretches all the way to Oxford, where it joins the River Thames. How is it blocked? Isn't it like a canal space? Here we go. Crime gang. And there's just one image. What about the image of like where the river meets and where the stuff dissipates? It looks like it's just they dumped it out in a field. That's what it looks like. There's no place where it hits water, whatever. It's enough to make me angry. I'm getting angry at that. I'm sure he is just lazy. I can't trust something that wants to call itself. Who are you talking about? You want Grok to spoon feed you too. It's a stupid machine. It can't differentiate between left and right. And you want it to analyze Of course I don't want it to analyze a complex issue. I'd like to see what Grok says. Added information. I don't trust the BBC. I don't look at the BBC. I don't want to pay for the BBC.
Where do you think Grok gets its information from?
Exactly. I don't believe Grok.
So why ask it for anything?
Because that's a form of information. The same way I go to the Daily Mail. I don't trust the Daily Mail.
Wikipedia.
Okay, Wikipedia. I don't trust Wikipedia either. Wikipedia is part of the globalist media empire. So that's what I'm saying. Remember Didcot Power Station, Oxfordshire? I always use it as a landmark. Now it's gone. But did they tear it down? The dump appeared in early October, built up over weeks by what experts describe as an organized criminal gang using heavy machinery and possibly dozens of lorries from October. It's now November, so maybe we need to take more aggressive action, everybody. Maybe we need to scream and shout and to say this is what they're doing and call up people whenever you see something like that. I use Super Grok. It explained all. Okay, so it's been around for a long time, but this is the first that we're hearing about it. So it is real. That's what it seems like to me. But how about we look at the Daily Mail? I'll look at the Daily Mail. Okay, here's the Daily Mail. Daily Mail, River Cherwell. Okay, how about that? Crime gang it's the biggest ever fly tip. But it's the same pictures. It's not the right pictures. It doesn't look like it's in the river. Does it look like it's in the river? Is that you can call the environmental agency. You can I don't know what you can do. It's there at A34 at Kidlington. So let's look up the A34 at Kidlington. It's a major road. It runs to the M3 from Winchester in Hampshire to Salford through Manchester City. Kidlington drone footage. I see. So it looks like it's one part. It's been dumped in the river. It's been dumped in the river. So what's happening is they're trying to say that it's very similar to what's happened in Malaysia or Indonesia or Vietnam. You know what I mean? I haven't been to Vietnam, whatever, where they dump rubbish right in the river. They're trying to say, look, it's happening here to this country. So it's a bit of it could be a truth. See, this is the picture that I wanted you to see. Okay, it looks like there's some kind of weir or dam right here. Can you see that? Can you see the weir? Can you see the weir? I work near Abington. Didcot Power Station was a dominant feature in the landscape, and they took it down. There are streams near that. So can you see this? Can you see this picture here? Can you see up here? Up here is the river, and here is where they dumped. How did they dump this stuff right in the river? They dumped it right in the river. An illegal dump in Wigan. It's a dump. And what they're trying to do is, I know exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, oh, look, here in this country, we shouldn't blame the, maybe it's because of what happened in Birmingham. All the rubbish had to be picked up and dumped somewhere. What do you think about that? What do you think? What do you think? The dump appeared early October. Possibly dozens of lorries. People know about this stuff. People know. They know who it is. They probably this is the most highly filmed area in all of the world. I think there are more CCTV cameras here than anywhere, right? CCTV. There are streams nearby that join the river, apparently. Yeah, but it looks like it's not been collected in this river. It was dumped in this river. Do you see what I'm getting at? I don't even know what I'm getting at. I'm not doubting you or anyone else. Only Lewis laughed out loud. Instead of getting ready by reading something normal, he is wasting his time looking for grok. Well, he was. He's actually reading now. Well, I didn't. I thought the show was on tomorrow. I didn't know it was on Tuesday night. Okay, the local council are probably behind it. They're anything like the one around here, yeah. And it's very close to these are bad areas. They're bad areas. Had a mate from boarding school from Carterton, Oxenshire, whatever it is, went there for a few weekends back. Thank you, Ron Smith. I don't know why we needed to know that. What I'm saying is, how are you saying something that's different than what I'm saying? This is bad, and it is bad, and they should catch the people. But I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to show, look at how bad. It's good for us in a way because it's showing you've lost control of the country, basically. Basically, that's what it is. Okay, I'll look what this thing is. What does this mean? The Thules. Oh, I see. We're not going there. Remember this, no, Munter. Remember this. You know what it is? It's like me. I'm not British. It's covered the whole river. It's covered one part of the river. It's not like the schmutz is flowing down the river into Oxford. It's not. It's on top of the schmutz. On top of the schmutz, Mr. Cuff. There are streams. Okay. Yeah, they didn't want to pay to have it dumped somewhere. They would have had to pay. It costs money to have it dumped. I paid a guy to pick it up, £200 back in 2003 or 2 or 4 or whatever it is, and then he took it, and I asked him where was it going, and he didn't quite answer me correctly. And I just thought to myself, I'm giving this to be dumped illegally. And I actually felt bad. I mean, he took it away, and then I felt bad. I mean, I don't know. It's got too expensive for regular disposal. It might be inconvenient. So they just pay a gang. They say, listen, we've got all this rubbish. What can you do with it? He says, well, we could pay to have it done. It'll cost you 10 times the amount of money as if you just give it to us and we'll dump it in the river. And they go, I don't want to hear about it. That's what that is. That's horrible. Okay, that's one of the questions. One of the questions. Okay? One of the questions. Question number 2. We've got 5 minutes to go over this. Is children now being taught, Leo Curse, I saw this, that the Scots were multiracial. Our education system has been captured by ideologues who rewrite history to push modern agenda. Only historians you can trust are those condemned as bigots. Yes, it's true. So they show the Picts as blacks, as black people. I don't know, I don't know whether they were black or white. I don't believe in racism anyway, but that's wrong. Northern European settlers had dark skin and blue eyes. Had nothing to do with sub-Saharan Africa. We don't know that. We don't actually know what the skin color was. But it's doubtful that they were blacks. And yeah, so that's right. Thank you, Leo, for that. We could discuss that. See, he's trying to be political. I mean, that's his show. It's an hour of politics, which he then cuts up into pieces, and people watch it, and he's got thousands and thousands of people watching it. That's not me. That is not me. I said ask Grok, not Google. Laugh out. You ask Grok. I'm gonna block you. No, because you're not being nice to me. You're questioning my motives, and you're questioning the Jews, and I don't want you to do that. It's just too irritating for that. Okay, let's see what it is. This is there's suspicion that Shabina Mahmood's tough plans for asylum seekers is kefabi, the way playing the voters while safe in the knowledge wet lefty labors will stop anything, actually. But listening to her, I'm convinced she means it. And I think she might be a rare politician with the will and the ability to make it happen. Amazing spat between her and some green FUD here. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you believe it? I don't know.
I would just be saying there is one. There is a genuine problem in this asylum system, and we need someone to sort it out, not to pretend it doesn't exist, which I'm afraid is one of the things that fuels the division in the first place. My own constituents, since I have been Home Secretary, have been telling me directly of abuses in the visa system that they can see with the evidence of their own eyes long before any officials in Whitehall have ever clocked onto those things. It is a moral responsibility when you see something broken to fix it and to make sure that the fact that it's broken is not fueling division in our country. And let me also say to her, it is Green Party politicians who are absolute hypocrites because they talk great language in here and then oppose asylum accommodation in their own constituents.
Oh, there you go.
I've never once met a good man.
Okay, there you go. Let's turn this off.
My boyfriend has it.
Okay. I mean, does she believe it? It sounded like she believes it, but then again, Starmer also sounded like he believed it, and he hasn't done a single thing in a year and a half. So it's not the truth. Okay. So this has been our show. We've had a good show. Has this been a good show? I don't think it has been. I don't know. I think it has. I think it's been I don't know. I don't know. Has this been a good show? Has it been a great show? I think it's one of the best shows that we've had. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. We tried to answer a question and I wasn't answered by Google. And then I was attacked. I don't want to be attacked. Do not attack me. Please don't attack me. I don't attack you. Don't attack me. Don't attack the Jews. Because if you attack the Jews, you just come across as being a loser. And you're not a loser. We're not a loser. We're not losers. Okay. So let's just say goodbye to everybody. Everybody, can you like the thing? Can you like it? I would appreciate if you liked it. Can you go to maybe make a contribution? Maybe go to Twitter over here. Sign up for Twitter. Maybe sign up for Discord. Okay, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate you doing that. And I'll see you tonight at 9:00. You can listen to me on. You can see how I do speaking to what's his name. I've been asked on the show, and maybe it'll be a good show. Okay, maybe it'll be a good show. It could very well be a very good show. I want to thank all you people for coming in and listening and for arguing whatever it is. Maltese Phil and Stuart and Claire and Ludd and Daryl and Maltese Phil and another Stuart, Katie, Gnome Hunter. Thank you, Gnome Hunter. Whatever you want to believe, what you want to believe, go ahead and believe it. Ludd, Kate Gwynn, Vatanai is here. Fantastic people. Doodles. Just good people. Good people. Steve Cuff, Mr. Cuff, thank you. Andrea Blake. We did all right. We did all right today. We did all right. It wasn't the best show ever. I'll see you at 9. Also, you want to come back at 10:30? Come back at 10:30. You could do that. How about that? Come back at 10:30. Ron Smith, Daryl, Janet, plastic surgery, Keith Bexley, Joe. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Twitter, Lewis Schaffer, at Lewis Schaffer on Twitter, so I can text you there. Maybe I should get. I don't want to get on Meta. I don't want to get on Meta. Okay, Mark Therosian. Did I say thank you to Mark? Just thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Okay, thank you everyone. Alex, if I've forgotten anybody's name, I'm going to leave this on for an extra 2 minutes. 2 minutes for you to write on the bottom. What about me, Lewis? And so I don't forget about you the next time. How about that? Please? Please, I'm begging. Okay.